Hello, welcome course problem solving using C. In this video, we will discuss important topic decision making in C, especially in simple statement. Simple if statement will be discussing with the example. So need of decision making is required for any programming language. Yes, exactly. We need decision to take whether you have to take the multiple path, multiple condition you have to test or not. Right? So look at this. Here it is a question mark will be there. So we are testing it whether it is a condition is true, we'll take this path. If it is false, we'll go another way around. Right. So here it is one example I am showing here. If number is odd, this block of code is executing. If number is not odd, this else part, other part of the things will be executing. Right. So this part of code is executing. That means it is a even. So if you want to take multiple decision in a single statement, so you have to use this decision making in your any of the programming language. So once you understand the need of decision making, let us explore each one of them in detail in the next slides. Decision making or conditional statement. Suppose in C program, all the statements are executed sequentially. So it is executing one after the other. I need to take some decision, some particular point. I need to skip some of them, the statement, to execute the next statement. So if you want to take such decision, the decision making or condition statements makes more important or makes more sense in the programming language. So you have to control them. Decision making statements are used to control flow programs. That is a second important point to remember to use the decision making or conditional statement, which allow us to control whether the program segment execute or not. That also gives a control over the programmer, and it evaluates the condition or it can evaluate the logical expression. First, based on this decision or result, either true or false, the control is transferred to particular statement according to the condition. If result is true, then it takes one path. If result is true, it takes one path, else it takes another path. So that means decision is controlled by the program and based on the decision or conditional statement. Decision making statements, we can see there is not only have only one if statement or one statement to control the entire statement in the program. We have multiple we can use depending on the logic or application. We can go with the different decision making statements. What are the different statements are here? The one way of decision, suppose you want to take only one condition, you have to test it. So whether it is true, will execute first statement or execute second statement. This is also known as simple if statement. Simple if statement. So second one is, the second decision making statement is two-way decision, is called is a if else statement. If else statement. So if condition is true, you'll execute the statement 1, or else you'll check again, you'll execute the second statement. If condition is false, you'll going to execute the else block. In another statement is multi-way decision. right? I need to check multiple condition in your program. So there is a the decision making you have to use that. It is a if else. Every block you need to check the condition, then have to execute the particular statement, particular block based on the condition. So the last one, two-way decision, is another way how to check the condition, is called question mark colon. It is also called conditional operators, right? If the statement is true, if statement is true, then the first statement S1 is executed. Other, if statement is false, the S2 will be executed. Like that, it will check the condition. Each one of them will be explore more detail in the coming videos, right? In this video, we'll discuss only the simple if statement, and another way of condition way to test, that is n-way decision. N-way decision, so there are switch statement is there. There are multiple cases are there. Based on the condition, whichever case statement or whichever the case he wanted to execute, that is that is left to the user. User will have to decide it based on his expression or based on his input. He need to execute the particular cases. So these are the different decision making statement in C. We can discuss one after the other. Okay, let us move to the detail. There is another, before move to the taking one of the if statement, let us, how do you check the condition? How do you check the condition? Here in this case, we are using a relational operator. Relational operator compared to a expression. Compared to expression. If expression 1 or expression 2, depending on the relationship of two expression, whether it is true or false, based on the result will take the decision. So what are those relational operator? Mathematically you can use this operator as, or called as a relational operator. In C programming, you will use that greater than symbol is, we will be using this, right? Greater than or equal you can use like this, and less than, it is less than operator. Less than or equal to, this is a operator. In mathematics you have to use like this in a C program. So this kind of expression or operator will be using to indicate that is not equal to any condition. S1 not equal to S2, we'll check the condition, is equal to, so this is the expression, right? Based on that, okay, how do you use those operator, testing it, based on this condition you will get the result like this. Okay, so you'll understand this. I think you hope you understand this concept. This is for only knowledge purpose. You can see them how to use those in your programming language. So first you will take the simple if statement or if statement. If is a single branch decision making statement. Single branch decision making statement. So if condition is true, then only one body will be executed. If condition is true, then only one body will be executed. In this case, if is a keyword, right? Look at the syntax. If condition, if condition is true, this part of the this part of the statements are executed, right? So like that you can write the syntax. Let us move to the how to translate this syntax to check with the flow chart. The flow chart of if statement is like this. The condition is true, so this will continue the flow and execute this part. If condition is false, this part of the block will not execute. It directly move to the skip the immediate block and go to the next block of the code. This is simple way to explain the if statement. Okay, let us see them in how to use them in a how to use it in a simple program. Okay, look at that. Write a program to print 0 if given number is 0. If given number is 0, how do you print it? Just you have to use the simple if. So I have declared one of the variable int a colon. So print, enter the number. Here you have to enter your number. Then you have to read that from the scanf statement. Then you have to check the condition. Your number is 0. Then it is given number is 0. Right? Print 0. Or else then it will execute, this block will be execute, or else it's not equal, this part will be execute. Okay, so enter number is 0, will be printing it. Then immediately jump to the another example called print a positive or negative number. So how do you write it? I have to check that given number is positive or not. So as usual, you have to start with the preprocessor. Then entry point of the program is a void main. Use that. Then you have to enter, read the one of the number, enter a number. Then that number you have to check that number is either positive or negative. If a is greater than 0, greater than equal to 0, then given number is positive, right? Given number is positive. If given which is not greater than equal to 0, the given number is, then you have to check another way also. Here it is else statement will not come, right? You have to check this. So if it is greater than equal to 0, this part will be executed. If it is a is not greater than equal to 0, then it will come and check the other if statement. If a is less than 0, then this statement will be executed. So print negative, this print is negative, output will be negative number. Like that you can check the multiple condition using the simple if statement. Okay. So obviously the number has entered 5, which is positive number. If I enter the minus negative, negative number will come. So we'll see another example. You'll get the more clarity how to use the simple if statement. How to check number is odd or even number. Suppose n is equal to whatever the number you are entering. As usual, you have to start with a preprocessor, then void main. So declare one of the variable int a and enter that number. Read it from the scanf. Then and you have to check if a modulus operator by 2. So if a which you will get the remainder is 0, then given number is even. If given number is not divided by, it is not equal to 0, then number is odd, right? Look at this, even is 0. Then again you have to check which is not equal to 0, then it is an odd, okay, odd number. So simple, can give in exam as well, give simple examples, need not to go with the different variable or different complicated problems. Take a simple if statement, explain it, is a simple if statement, will check the one way of condition. So obviously controlling statements. Okay. So that number is entered, it is 12, positive number. Another number is again it is not, right? It's not a positive, it is divided by 2. We will get a remainder 0, which is equal to 0, then given number is even. If you divide this number, if you divide this 11 by 2, will not get the remainder is 0. Then you will get a remainder something more than 0, which is not equal to 0, then it is not number. So I think hope you understand this concept thoroughly. because of these three example. Let us meet you again in the next video. Till then, bye. Thank you.